So, this story came out a couple of days ago revolving the Detroit Tigers. And if y'all didn't know, I am a diehard sports fan. Baseball is one of my favorite sports. But I'm also a huge advocate for women. And I think it's really important that when situations like this happen, it's discussed. I recently talked about the bullshit the NHL pulled, where they're allowing 5 NHL players who were accused of gang raping a woman who was intoxicated. They're allowed to be picked up by teams in the NHL, and I talked about how that's fucking bullshit. Here's another situation of men in sports just fucking sucking and refusing to understand that just because we're women doesn't mean that you treat us any less. The ones who reported this were from The Athletic, but because I don't have a subscription, I found this article from the Detroit Free Press. Accusations range from offensive comments to physical confrontations, which I think is a very interesting way of saying violence, but I don't know about, like, when I think of physical confrontation, that's just assault in my mind. I don't know about you. The Athletic report found that the 8 men, 7 were, quote, accused of mistreating women employed by Hitch Sports and Entertainment, which operates the MLB franchise, the NHL's Red Wings, Comerica Park, Little Caesars Arena, and other entertainment entities. The Athletic reported that 6 of the men either, quote, resigned or were fired or did not have their contracts renewed. And one vice president was suspended after the news organization, quote, requested comment about the allegations against him. So it seems like the organization knew that this was an issue, but like instead of, addressing it, they just didn't until people started digging into it. Because it seems like that's the kind of organization the Detroit Tigers were. Yes, I will be fucking degrading these assholes. I will. This one's an interesting one. The Athletic began investigating, it said, after Tigers assistant general manager Sam Menzin, who was seen by some as, quote, rising star, abruptly resigned after 13 years with the team in April. The Tigers did not disclose why he left. Well, it seems like we may know why. The Free Press also reported that the team planned to terminate him for inappropriate behavior, which had been reported as sending unsolicited lewd photos. You fucking nasty piece of shit. You're disgusting. Like, what are we fucking doing? Are we in fucking high school? Like, y'all are fucking grown men. Why are you sending unsolicited dick pics? What are we doing? And the reason why I think it was just the culture of the organization is because of this part. The Athletic report detailed a culture that was, quote, described as, quote, boys club, and behavior that adds to what has become a muddled view of how America regards sexual harassment and assault in recent years. The Athletic said it quoted anonymous sources, and it spoke to more than 45 current and former employees, as well as reviewed emails, human resource documents, text messages, and court records. The dysfunction is woven into the culture. It feels like a bunch of guys who can do whatever they want. An unnamed male employee told The Athletic, it's not a place women can feel safe. That is a fucking insane quote that a current male employee said regarding the fucking Detroit Tigers. They should be fucking ashamed of themselves. That's fucking disgusting. This one I think is really interesting. Several women, the Athletic report said, accused men of, quote, routinely commenting on their appearance, with one executive reportedly making remarks about whether or not women were attractive enough to work in sports. Literally, look in the fucking mirror, you assholes. The most serious allegation, according to the report, involved Michael Leinart, who joined the company in 2019 and was promoted to vice president of premium sales and private events. The Athletic said he, quote, allegedly engaged in at least 2 relationships with female coworkers that were not disclosed to the organization as required by company policy, according to multiple sources briefed on the matter. Now, I don't know if that means, like, you're supposed to tell them if you hook up with a coworker. Like, I don't really understand what that means, to be honest. But in 2023, the report said Leinart got into an exchange with one of those female coworkers and allegedly pushed her down a flight of stairs. The report added he was suspended, resigned, and is now a president with the MLS Chicago Fire, which is Detroit's soccer team. Now, regarding this guy, I couldn't find a single picture of him. And I found it very weird because if you're the vice president of the MLS Fire, which I think is something that you'd have your picture around on the internet. So I only found one fucking picture of him, and it was on his LinkedIn. And the only reason I think this is this guy is because of this. I think this is who this is. Other than that, there's not a fucking picture I could find, which I think is very odd. And I wonder if this motherfucker is trying to scrub his fucking prints from this story. Because, I mean, duh. But also, can we also talk about the fact that wording means everything? This is an assault. This man allegedly assaulted a woman. He pushed her down the fucking stairs. That's assault. That is assault. That man should not have a fucking job, especially as being a vice president of a professional soccer team. What the actual fuck are we doing? If there's any information that I'm missing that you think I should cover regarding the story, please let me know. If anyone would be willing to send me the Athletic article, I'd really appreciate it too. Or put in the DMs or screenshots or something, because I think that this is such an important story. But like, I'm sorry, like, I'm not gonna pay for just one article. Like, that's the thing about these newspapers. I understand that y'all need to make money. I get that. You have to pay your workers. I get that. But like, with stories like this regarding sexual assault, regarding physical fucking assault, regarding an entire organization in MLB or any league, NHL, you, like, that should be just public to everyone. Like, everyone should have access to that, in my personal opinion. Which is why I'm doing this. I don't know if you knew about this. I don't know. So here's a little bit of a breakdown. If I need to do multiple parts, let me know. And I just want to say, fuck Detroit Tigers. Y'all were pieces of shit on the field, and apparently you're pieces of shit off the field. And you will never be anything, considering if this is how you treat fucking women. Can't finish my sentence, but like, just like pretend to add shit here, because I think it's fucking disgusting. And I'm sorry, you don't fucking need to look cute or be cute to be good at sports. But I would like to emphasize that most women are extremely attractive and are also really good at sports. And from what I've fucking seen on these ones making these comments, I'd really keep your mouth fucking shut. This cocky bullshit needs to fucking grow. Like, it's really gross. It's really fucking gross. So can we like stop with this bullshit regarding sexually harassing and sexually assaulting and physically assaulting women? Like, do you really think that makes you strong? No, it makes you a weak motherfucker. It makes you a weak little bitch. These are the motherfuckers. And if there's anyone else I need to call out, let me know. And if there's any other team that apparently seems to be doing shady shit like this, let me on top of it. Because like I said, women deserve respect. Women deserve to be treated with equality. And they should be in a safe work environment. Just saying.